Hey guys, welcome to Flip Savior. We're here to give you guys the rundown on everything that is the Flip Savior program, the benefits of it, and why it is the best option to start doing real estate today. Flip Savior, it's time to flip the script, guys. Let's see. So, right, what are the problems? What are the problems that you guys are having and that I had getting into real estate? Right. Number one, lack of effective mentorship or a lack of knowledge, right? The lack of knowledge of how to start in real estate and the lack of someone to genuinely teach you how to do this. All of the existing mentorships carry a hefty upfront fee, usually anywhere from $15,000 to $60,000, and provide a very low success rate. Right. So, what is success? What is success in this situation of getting into real estate? Well, over 90% of real estate course participants fail to ever purchase a deal. So the question that myself and our team asked ourselves was why? Why are 90% of people failing? There's got to be something systematically wrong with the process for 90% of people to fail to ever buy a deal. And that's not even considering of the 10% that buy a deal, how many of those deals are actually successful, right? And just because they exit the deal, just because they sell the house, just because they pay back the loan, just because they don't go into foreclosure, doesn't mean that the deal was successful. You could have put 6 months to a year of work into a property to break even. Was that successful? Unless you just want to consider the knowledge that you gained, education and wealth, wealth of knowledge, I would say that deal would not be considered a successful deal, right? So the second thing, accessing capital. To access capital, right, to get these loans, to do these deals, you got to have credit and you have to have experience to qualify for these lenders. Now, there's a ton of lenders out there that will tell you, hey, even if you don't have any experience, it's okay. We can do your deal. But you're just going to go down a long path of being told you can do it, you can do it, you can do it, only to get at the end of the project ready to close and be told, hey, never mind, we can't close this deal, or get the terms changed up on you to a point where you don't have the capital available to close, right? They change their loan to value. They change how much money you need to bring down because of the lack of experience. Or you just get flat out told no because you don't have the experience. And then lastly, there's no effective real estate ecosystem, right? There's nowhere for you to thrive. You got to figure out all these problems on their own. You got to figure out how to find the deal, figure out how to fund the deal, figure out how to execute the rehab, and then exit the property, right? So you have to be responsible for the entire project without any support, guidance, or a strategic partner to help you from the start to the finish. So our goal here is to turn beginners into investors and eventually lifelong partners. All right. So numbers don't lie, right? 10% of other course participants ever buy a deal. The other 90% never purchase a deal. They spend all their money on this mentorship, on this program that gives them practical knowledge, but no execution. They don't bring you to the next step of the process, right? 28% of homes purchased, single family homes purchased in the United States, are purchased by investors. So the market's there, it's happening every day all around you. Now it's your turn to participate in it and become the investor. And then 5% of real estate investors are successful, right? So that goes back into the 10% that do actually buy a deal. How many of them are successful? Well, according to this number, in one mindset, half, but probably even less than that. Probably 5% of that 10% are successful. So that means less than 0.5% of people that take these courses are ever successful within real estate. Now, there's a bunch of different measures of success, and we've kind of already talked about that. But that's still too low, right? So then the goal becomes, how do we build something, build a community, build a program that empowers people to be successful, right? So we've experienced a lot of success as real estate investors. We started from the bottom. My personal story is that I started out as the guy swinging the hammer on the job site. And as I developed in my construction career and began to see how real estate investors were doing what they're doing, I applied myself, partnered with them, and then came up through the ranks to become the investor myself. Now, mine and my team's goal at this point has been to say, hey, how do we pay that forward? How do we partner with people to bring them up into the position of the real estate investor, right? So we want to bring you into that realm of success that we've brought ourselves into, and we want you there with us. So what is the solution? The solution is the Flip Savior Mentorship Program, right? Number one, it's mentorship that works. Alignment of interest with the student and investor and a community of like-minded individuals make the difference. So what does that mean, right? All these other programs you see out there, they're going to charge you 10, 15, 20, 40, $60,000 up front. You're going to get some pre-recorded videos, maybe a Zoom call or two, and then you're off on your own to figure out how this works. Hey, come, make sure you come back to us if you get a deal done so we can use your testimony, right? That's what you get. Here at Flip Savior, our goal is to align our interests with yours. So the way our program makes its profits is through your success. So we partner with you on the deals and we take an equity position within those deals, so that the only way our company is profitable is if you guys are profitable. So that's what that alignment of interest is we are invested in your success from the very beginning. Guaranteed funding, right? We can help you access capital regardless of credit or experience limitations. Now, this gets thrown around a lot, and a lot of people are going to tell you, oh, yeah, we can get you funding. Oh, yes, we have access to private money, this, that, and the other. But that is not as easy as it sounds. And unless someone can tell you how they are guaranteeing you funding, I would be very cautious to believe that they can actually hold up to that claim. So what does that mean for me? I need to tell you now how we are able to guarantee you the funding, right? And that goes back up to my first point, the alignment of interest, right? We are partnering with you on the deal. We are injecting ourselves into your deal as the experienced party, as the credit-worthy party, as the capital stacked party, to be able to partner with you on this deal. That's how we guarantee you the funding, because we are putting our own skin in the game, our own risk in the deal to ensure that you get the funding, right? So you are able to qualify and we are able to guarantee you funding because we are guaranteeing the deal, because we qualify, right? And then a joint venture. So seeking all the resources to be successful in real estate in one place, it's all here, right? From mentorship, financing to the joint venture partnership, it's all wrapped up into everything that is Flip Savior. So why now, right? So you might be an experienced investor, you might be a new investor, or you might be someone looking to move on to that next chapter of your life. One of the things that sparked this fire in our team to get this going is a realization that there is a huge generation coming up on retirement, and statistics tell us that only 17% of those people feel they have adequate amount of money set aside for retirement. That's an alarming amount. So those people are going to have to work the rest of their lives. So our goal there is to be able to put them in control of their retirement and in control of their future. New investors, 15% of investors started in 2020. And as you'll see in a little bit from some of our students, one of the reasons that I believe that statistic is true and took place is because of COVID, right? Everybody had W-2 jobs and they were relying on their employment in COVID, and they saw how quickly that got taken away. So it created a fire and a passion within a lot of people to take control of their finances and take control of their financial future. And then maybe you're an existing investor. Maybe you're looking for passive income opportunities to deploy higher or capital for higher returns. And we have a program available for that for our sponsorship program. So why now? We have something catering to that answer for every group of people, from the retirees to the new investors to the seasoned investors. So now let's talk about the mentorship journey and what it looks like in joining our program. So you begin as a student. That's the beginning of your journey. You're going to get mindset training, right? So you may have experienced this in some other courses or some other seminars that you've been to, but we aim to make sure that you have the proper mindset going into this journey, right? Develop the necessary mindset to overcome obstacles and become solution minded. I was just telling my team before we got together to do this webinar for you guys that I've spent the last 3 days working through a deal, right? And every time I came up to something, there was about 4 or 5 different instances within this deal that it was a hard no. It couldn't get done. We closed the deal today. Everything's good. But the last 48 to 72 hours have been absolutely relentless. And so being prepared for that. And that's after my years of doing real estate. You're still going to experience these things. Anyone that tells you that this is easy and that you are going to just make money with no effort, they're lying to you. I'm here to tell you it is going to require effort. But our goal was to reduce the requirement to be successful in real estate just down to effort. So if you're willing to put in the effort, we are providing the tools and the resources for your success. From there, you're going to move on into the acquisition process. So you're going to learn how to properly vet deals that are profitable every time. Now, I'm going to tell you a bold statement, but it's 100% true. And I'm going to give you a little more of my background so you can understand how it's true, right? We have never lost money on a real estate deal. Now, we have not made a killing on every deal we've done, but we've never lost money. And why is that, right? My background, I told you, was as a contractor and then moving on into an asset manager for some different companies that were doing real estate investment. So I kind of got to see all the mistakes that they made, and I got to see them lose money and learn what not to do, right? So that's how we never lost money on a deal. But the point of that is to say, if I would have started sooner without that experience, I definitely would have lost money on some deals. But the point is that our system works. Then you're going to move on into property visits and rehab budgets. So you're going to go visit properties and construct the rehab budgets the way we show you to do them so that you know your deal is secure and that your rehab budget is accurate. Then you're going to move into offer negotiation phase. So you're going to learn the art of negotiation and how to stay within your max allowable offer, right? So there is an art to this. There is a lot of back and forth that goes on in the negotiation, right? And we're going to teach you how to do that, how to navigate that, and how to make sure you're not going above your max allowable offer. Then we move into the rehab process. Understand how to hire contractors and make sure that your rehab's done on time and within budget. This is a part where almost everybody on our team can point to a rehab that they've done prior to joining the team where they lost money because of the contractor, right? A lot of times they're going to come in, you're going to give them half the money, they're going to do half the job, they're going to leave, and really they only did 25% of the job, right? And so now you're upside down, and that's how you start losing money on budget. So we're going to teach you how to hold on to that money longer and ensure that your contractors are in the right place and performing properly so that your rehab doesn't go under due to a underestimated or improperly managed rehab. And then we're going to sell the property, right? So we're going to put it on the market. We're going to wait for a qualifying offer. And once it gets in, we're going to help you negotiate that back and forth until we get at terms that are agreeable, and we're going to sell it. And that's your first flip, right? It's over. You get that the equity split that I mentioned that we're invested in your deal. So on that first deal, it's a 50-50 profit split, right? Now, that's because the way I like to describe this and how you learn is it's kind of like learning to ride a bike, right? So I put these three other points up here to explain this to you. So your first deal is 50-50. Your second deal after your first is 65-35 in your favor. So you're going to gain more of the profit. And your third flip is 75-25 in your favor. So the way I like to describe this is learning how to ride a bike. So when you're learning how to ride a bike, you start out, you got the bike, you got the training wheels, your dad's holding on to the handlebars, and you're going. That's your first deal. We're going to come in, we're going to set you up with the acquisition process. We're going to teach you how to do that. We're going to go in depth with you on the properties you pick out, show you how to narrow them down and pick the best one, right? We're going to set you up with a realtor in your market, and you're going to go visit those properties, and we're going to go through your rehab budgets for each one of those and ensure they're on point. Then we're going to help you find the contractor and make sure through our partnerships with Home Depot that you are getting a good contractor and you're getting everything you need to be successful in the rehab process. And then we're going to take you through the exit, right? So all that's being handheld on your first flip. Your second one, right? The training wheels are still on the bike, but your dad's not holding on to the handlebars anymore, and you're kind of going, right? So you should have some ideas of how to accomplish these things, and there's a little bit less hand holding going on as long as you're ready for it. And that's what brings on the higher profit split for you, right? The third deal, training wheels are off. Dad's not holding on to the handlebars, but we're standing there and making sure you don't run into a tree, right? So you should be able to navigate this process with relative ease by your third deal. But we're here for you, right? So 3 flips under your belt. Good job. You're a Flip Savior graduate, right? All right, so stay connected, right? Now that you have the experience to flip, you can go out on your own, or you can continue to partner at that 75-25 split. At that 75-25 split, you're still going to have access to all of our resources, our team, our knowledge base, because you're not going to learn everything you need to know in those first 3 deals. And we'll be here for you to guide you through your continued journey within real estate. So, right, flip smarter, not harder. Flip Savior is the force multiplier and real estate ecosystem that empowers investors with the knowledge, resources, and support they need to flip houses successfully. So let's go over the tiers and what this program costs and what comes with that, right? So tier 1, it's a $5,000 setup fee. And then you're going to have your property down payment as well, right? So generally speaking, if you did qualify for financing and you went out on your own, you're going to be looking at about 20% down to get into a property, right? So let's take a $250,000 loan. That's going to be $50,000 down before lender points, closing cost, insurance, and all those things that you're going to need to get into the deal, right? So with tier 1, it's $5,000 setup cost, and then the property down payment, you're going to be able to leverage our utilization and our LTV, which is half of that, 10%, right? So now we're cutting that down to 25,000. You can see that's right in the middle of the range because it depends on the property that you buy. So anywhere from $20,000 to $30,000 down payment, depending on the deal size, because you're using our leverage and our qualifications, and $5,000 for the setup fee, right? We have financing available through one of our partners to cover the $5,000 cost, but the property down payment would have to come out of your funds. You get access to the Flip Savior mentorship program, admission to the Flip Savior IO software waiting list, and access, like I mentioned, to our premier leverage for property financing. Tier 2, right? Tier 2 is $35,000, one cost. There's once again financing available for the cost of the program, so the entire 35,000. But with this, you get everything in tier one that we talked about, plus 100% actual guaranteed financing. So what do I mean by that? When I say 100% actual guaranteed financing, you're getting guaranteed financing in tier one. But in tier two, this is 100% financing. So no money down. This is your last down payment to do 3 deals, up to a $250,000 loan amount per deal, right? So you're getting all this wrapped in at that 35,000. Tier 3 is 50,000. Once again, financing is available. You get everything in tier 2 plus access to business credit development. So you with that you're going to get access to a minimum 5K business credit card or line of credit to cover incidentals in your flipping journey, right? So the start of the rehab, uh, utilities, right? Those different things. You're going to get access to that guaranteed 5K minimum business credit. Also, continue working with our team to build your business credit for future use. All right, platinum package, guys. This is the big one. This is 75,000 financing available. You get everything that we talked about already. Discounted pricing on Flip Savior events and seminars, and the business credit development, but a 15K business line of credit or credit card minimum. Plus, bonus one, our team's going to come to you, right? So at a couple different points in your journey, you will have some of our team come out for a cumulative total of 1 week to mentor you one-on-one and walk you through some of these processes. And then 2, you're going to get a private session, 2 cumulative hours spread out over a few different sessions with myself and some of our founding team to ask any questions you want as it pertains to the program, maybe some creative finance, different things that you want to know about within real estate, right? We also have a scholarship and sponsorship program. So, scholarship, right? Flip Your Future with Flip Savior Scholarship Program. At Flip Savior, we believe that financial limitations should not hold you back from achieving your real estate flipping dreams. That's why we offer a scholarship program designed to empower individuals with the knowledge and resources they need to succeed in the exciting world of house flipping. By providing scholarships, Flip Savior, we aim to bridge the financial gap and empower individuals from all walks of life to pursue their flipping goals. We believe that with the right guidance and support, anyone can achieve success in this rewarding field, right? Once again, guys, our goal is to reduce this down to effort. We want to reduce these requirements down to effort. If you're willing to put in the effort, then you can be successful, right? So if all else fails and the financing does not work for you, you do not have the capital, we do have a scholarship program available that you can register for. And as capacity is limited, but as it becomes available, you will be on the list to receive information on that. And then, as we mentioned, for these experienced investors looking to make good returns through passive income, the sponsorship program, right? So this allows you to sponsor a student, right? So the sponsorship program offers individuals, corporations, and organizations an opportunity to make a significant impact in the real estate industry. By becoming a sponsor, you'll be directly contributing to the development of the next generation of successful real estate investors while gaining valuable brand exposure and fostering strong community ties, guys. We are partnering with a lot of large nonprofit and private organizations to get on board with this program. And we have a lot of exciting details coming soon about that. But even as an individual, right, you are able to sponsor people, right? So maybe you want to invest and go into the program yourself as a student and participate in the sponsorship program. It diversifies your investments and mitigates risk and provides an opportunity for not only you to make a profitable investment, but to change someone's life and really set them on the path for a good financial future. Guys, so coming soon, the Flip Savior IO software. So this is the only all-in-one real estate software to manage your real estate business, right? You're going to get, by joining our program, you're going to get on the waiting list for this software. It is going to be phenomenal. We have a lot of good information already in the system, and we are looking to launch this software at the beginning of summer. So June, maybe July, depending on how fast our team can finish getting everything developed. This is going to be phenomenal. Anything that you need to do within real estate, from deal sourcing all the way to submitting your deal, getting financing, and asset management, is going to be found in this software. I don't want to give away too much because it's going to be a big reveal, but it is going to be phenomenal, and it is going to really change the way that real estate is done, and is going to make the last piece that this boiled down to was effort, guys. Remember, this is going to reduce the effort that you have to put into this. This is going to be a phenomenal resource, not only for you guys, right? I'm excited about this for my team. I'm excited about this for my investments, because this is solving my problems. This is solving the problems I've experienced within real estate, and it's going to solve yours too. Guys, so I'm super excited to share this with you. I'm excited about this program. I'm excited about what we've built here. And I believe it is just a genuinely good thing that is producing a lot of good results. So you've heard a lot from me, but now I want you to hear from some of our existing students and what the program has done for them.
Nick was asking me how long this process would have taken me had I not found Flip Savior. I think that this process probably would have taken me a couple of more years. I've been studying real estate investing. I have looked into all types of mentorships. Most of those mentorships were $20K and above, stuff that you just could not afford. And every time I ask somebody, can you guarantee that I will flip a house and that I will profit on that first property if I pay you $20K, none of them could say yes. But Flip Savior told me that they could.
So it wasn't your typical mentorship program where what I was seeing is that there was other industry, we'll just call it industry real estate gurus who were, saying that if you signed up and you paid $20,000, then you can join their mentorship program where they, you'd have access to all these videos, tutorials, being able to go to conferences.
I thought about being in business for myself for some time and was kind of looking for the right vehicle to actually do it. And one of the vehicles of choice, of course, has always been for me, it's real estate. But I was always concerned about barriers to entry in terms of, how do you handle the financing? How do you handle the getting people to actually do the work?
Again, everything that I've learned, I've got rehab standard paperwork. I've got everything that I need to do a deal, including all the contracts that I need, everything that's right for my area.
The Flip Savior mentorship program was where they actually would be with you for every step of the way. They would be able to guide you, teach you, as well as actually invest in a property with you so that you're actually taking action and you're not just in paralysis analysis for months and months and months.
I'm very excited to have an opportunity to find Flip Savior. Flip Savior did what I wanted to do. I wanted to buy a $10 bill for $5 and ensure that I didn't have much possibility of taking a loss. So with the Flip Savior process, I already have a tried and true methodology that helps you to step through this process if you're a novice.
A few things about the Flip Savior mentorship program that I was really impressed with is that they are really personable with you. They are, they're very accessible. You can call them, text them, email them, set up conference calls whenever you needed any guidance, any support.
I'm to the point now where we are standing here in front of the house. It's getting close to being completed. The simplicity of the process and the support that's provided, the training has just been a remarkable in terms of helping us to be successful in terms of doing this. In the future, my goals, of course, as always, is to retire and get my wife to retire. I'm 62 years old, my wife is 61 years old, and we're looking to supplement our income as we retire. And we're very, very excited about this business opportunity that is coming forward us as a family.
And you just can't go wrong by doing this way.